Are we recording?
Yeah,
All right. So, can I ask you a question? Yes. How do you come up with the names of the episodes?
Usually something from the episode.
Yeah. Because my whole thought because Cory and I were talking about this. My whole thought process was that since you're the one editing it, my guess is that you got to listen to it a bunch of times, and so the more you hear it, you just find a spot in the episode where it's like, that's it.
I usually only listen through it once, actually, and then after I upload it, I'll listen to it again. But usually something will be said where I'll be like, okay,
yeah.
And then there's definitely ones that like I haven't thought of anything, and I think there was one show,
Okay.
like In the Pocket of Big Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're talking about sharks at the end, I was like, I could do something with that.
Yeah.
I do think my favorite episode title is Christian got hit by a car.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Obviously, I can't keep this amount of numbers in my fucking head.
We just need you to look pretty, bud.
No, thank you.
You're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
Wish I could strike episode 3 from the canon.
Just don't do that again.
Damn, I'm trying.
Because you've been good so far.
It was growing pains. I think all in all, though.
I think so too.
I think all in all, we haven't really had a just real stinker of an episode.
I agree.
Because even episode 3, I think, got better after we got through me. I was like thinking the whole thing was going to be a wash, but
I would agree.
Yeah, and the episode 3 was still good.
Yeah, you were pretty bad.
I was having a rough time. I just got shot in the fucking forehead.
All right, we ready for after show 13?
After show Lucky 13.
Yeah. Are you going to tell us about like the history of the number 13?
Hey, no.
That would have been good.
No, but for after show 13.
Yes.
Well, first of all, hey everyone.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey. Hello,
for-
listeners. How are you doing?
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
good. Always good to have you with us.
About to drop some knowledge on you.
Yeah.
Christian, thanks for glad to have you back in studio.
Excited to show up today.
Yeah.
To fight my way through like 22 people. They all had baseball bats.
Although episode 20 is going to be out before this, so right?
Yeah, who gives a shit
technically.
about continuity? I wasn't here for episode 20 either. Ooh.
Yes, he was.
19. You weren't here for episode 19.
Continuity.
Who gives a shit?
Anyway, so I don't remember what episode it was.
Yeah.
But I did a whole trivia set question on coffee.
Yes.
Oh, which one was that?
It was early.
Yeah.
It wasn't early. It was
like middle of the road.
Yeah.
That was before 10.
It was I thought it was relatively recent. Or was it Fat Factory?
Was it Fat Factory?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
don't
I think it
remember.
was after 10.
We need to get Izzy to start doing a wiki.
Yeah,
All the free time she has.
There's no way she'll do the wiki.
Exactly. So I'm just going to talk about the history of like the origin of coffee.
The history of the origin of coffee. Not just the origin, but like the history of the origin.
All encompassing.
So like before coffee existed.
Or at least before it was cultivated by man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. No one actually knows how or when coffee was discovered.
Okay.
There's legends about it.
Okay.
So let's talk about them.
Yeah.
Coffee grown worldwide can trace its heritage back centuries, Christian.
Centuries.
Centuries. Do you know where?
Africa.
The ancient coffee forests of... This is one of my favorite blends, or single origin, actually. It's
Brazil. Oh, damn.
Jim thinks it smells like feet.
Oh, Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
I was right. I should have stuck with Africa.
Ethiopian plateau. Their legend says there's a goat herder. His name was Caldi.
Okay.
First discovered the potential of the beans. How, you might ask?
How, Cory?
Thanks. The story goes that he discovered coffee after he noticed that after eating the berries from a certain tree, because we remember,
Yes.
Hyper goats.
it's
Goats were
coffee beans. It's a fruit,
Yeah.
so it's like a cherry.
The cascara cherry.
Yeah.
After eating that from a certain tree, his goats became so energetic that they did not want to sleep at night.
Oh, I thought they were actually levitating off the ground.
So they were.
That'd be a cooler story.
You know what
That
they
would
say
be a
about
cooler
those
story.
goats? They were bad goats.
Oh, yeah. That was good. That was good. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
So he reported his findings to the local monastery. who made a drink with the berries and found that it kept him alert through the long hours of the evening prayer.
I would like to say this is how you know this was a European story that they wrote.
Yeah, why is that?
Because he went to the local monastery.
Oh,
you
yeah.
think centuries ago there were Christians in Ethiopia?
You think he's got time to leave those goats?
I know, honestly, that
So
too. He doesn't give a shit.
Especially if they're hyper.
So
right.
So obviously, the knowledge and the word about this magical bean started spreading around.
Wait, real quick, was it named after him? Like coffee? Was it named after the guy, the farmer?
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't know actually.
The farmer's name kind of sounded like coffee.
Yeah. So the word moved east, and coffee reached the Arabian Peninsula.
Wait, Arabian, bud.
Oh right, sorry.
No.
I thought it was part of Ask Ryan.
Arabian.
Arabian. There we go.
At first,
that was a joke, everybody. That was a joke.
At first, I was like, yeah, Arabica coffee. I was like, no, fuck, Arabian. Arabian Nights, Saudi Arabia, fuck.
So they started, the beans across the globe started traveling. The Arabia. Now we get to the Arabian Peninsula.
Okay.
You said it at the same time. Coffee cultivation and trade began there. By the 15th century, coffee was being grown in this one I don't know how to pronounce, in the Yemeni district?
Yemeni.
Yemeni?
Was it Yemeni?
Yemeni.
Yeah, Yemeni.
Yemeni.
Yeah.
District of Arabia. And by the 16th century, it was known in Persia, Egypt, Syria, and Gobble, Turkey.
It's like, where the fuck is he talking? Like, Golgotha or Jesus time? Hey, quick intermission trivia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Modern day Persia is what?
Iran?
I don't know.
Iran, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Iran. So,
Yeah, Iran, yeah.
Iran.
Iran. If you really want to,
Well,
sound
remember,
fancy.
April yelled at us for not pronouncing it right on the show, apparently.
Okay.
How are we pronouncing it?
Iran.
Oh, we said Iran. Yeah, so far away.
Right, exactly.
Flock of seagulls.
So coffee
man.
houses actually were starting to pop up then. So coffee houses go back to the 15th, 16th century, where not only did the patrons drink the coffee and engage in conversation, as one would do,
Yeah.
they also listened to music, watched performers, played chess, and kept current on the news. This sounds like a modern day coffee house.
Yeah.
It's funny how it's funny how people make you think this is like a new occurrence, like all these damn kids going to their cafes,
Yeah.
but like, nope, doing it forever.
Yeah.
So, coffee houses quickly became such an important center of the exchange of information that they were often referred to as schools of the wise.
Interesting.
With thousands of pilgrims visiting the holy city of Mecca each year from all over the world, knowledge of this wine of Arabia began to spread.
You know that coffee fucking slapped back then too.
It had to.
You were probably like shaking. It was probably
it
so
was
strong.
it was probably like the Turkish coffee style where they do it in like the sand pit with little
Yeah, yeah.
brass things.
Yeah.
So 17th century.
Yes.
So we were in the 16th. We're going to the 17th. Now we're in Europe.
Oh wait,
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just watched a video on this. At one point, they actually tried to ban those coffee houses. Because,
Yeah, I think Cory mentioned it when he did his episode.
Yeah, because people were getting to they
Yeah.
were talking about politics and religion. You can't
Yeah.
let the commoners do that. And in Turkey,
Gobble gobble.
it was grounds for a woman to divorce her husband if he did not make enough money to keep coffee in the house.
Huh.
There you go. Okay,
Interesting.
sorry. 17th
Yeah.
century Europe.
So European travelers to the Near East brought back stories of an unusual dark black beverage. I guess creamer wasn't a thing then.
Yeah.
Unless they went to their goats and went, hey.
I hated that sound effect. Jesus Christ.
But I was milking the goat.
He didn't. Yeah.
So by the 17th century, it was good though, right?
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it. Yeah.
By the 17th century, coffee had made its way to Europe, and to Europe, and
There is only one Europe.
it went to the Europe.
Yeah.
and it was becoming popular across the continent. Some people reacted to this new beverage with suspicion and fear, calling it the
Tracks.
bitter invention of Satan.
That's
Yeah.
awesome as shit.
Isn't that
actually.
amazing?
That tracks for where are we in 17th, 16th century?
17th.
17th
Yeah.
century Europeans. That tracks.
Yeah.
Bitter invention of Satan.
Yeah.
The local clergy condemned coffee when it came to Venice in 1615. The controversy was so great that the Pope Clement, I don't know his numbers,
Which what are the numerals?
V and 3 I's.
8.
8. I gotta learn that. Was asked to intervene. He decided to taste the beverage for himself, and the Pope went nuts. before making a decision, and found the drink so satisfying that he gave it papal approval.
Sweet.
That's a lot of risk because I know a lot of people hate coffee the first time they try it.
Yeah.
Okay, before you continue, two things. We're opening up a coffee shop calling it School of the Wise, and our flagship coffee is going to be the bitter drink called the Bitter Drink of Satan.
Don't twist Cory's arm. He's been wanting to do a coffee shop for like 3 years now.
Okay, well, if you don't have either one of those two aspects, or at least one of those two aspects in there, I'm not in.
I have Satan.
I'm not against start a small roastery once we get a little more money.
So despite I've been saying that from the beginning.
I know you have.
Despite all the controversy of coffee, but the Pope did approve.
Yeah.
So coffee houses now in Europe were quickly becoming centers of the social activity and communication in major cities in England, Austria, France, Germany, and Holland.
Oh, Holland.
In England,
I forget about Holland.
How could you?
I don't know why. I'll think about like
Dickhead.
wait, no.
In England,
Just wait. Does Holland exist anymore? Or is that part of like?
Isn't it the Netherlands?
Yeah, that's why I forget about Holland.
Okay.
Because I just the Netherlands.
Well, there goes that audience.
yeah.
All the Dutch people are like, this is fucking dumb.
In England, penny universities sprang up, so called because for the price of a penny, one could purchase a cup of coffee and engage in stimulating conversation.
Imagine the great stimulating conversation.
Yeah, this coffee's great. I like coffee. Who wants coffee? Who wants more coffee?
Give me more coffee. Of the 16th century peasantry of England.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, did you notice that your third field hasn't been coming in today?
Our fucking 8th kid just died of dysentery. We haven't been getting too much work done.
So coffee began to replace the common breakfast drink
beverages of the time.
Anybody know?
Beer.
And?
Tea.
Nope.
Water.
Nope.
Milk.
Nope.
Cum.
Whiskey.
Yes. No.
Oh.
It was beer and cum.
Beer and wine.
Wine's a rough way to start your day.
I know.
Those who drank coffee instead of alcohol began the day alert and energized, and not surprisingly, the quality of their work was greatly improved.
Oh, so coffee's a capitalist ploy.
I guess so.
Sure.
Let's go back to drinking beer, people.
So by the mid-17th century, there were over 300 coffee houses in London. And many businesses grew out of these specialized coffee houses. Lloyd's of London, for example, came into existence at the Edward Lloyd's Coffee House.
Isn't that a closed store, Lloyd's?
Lloyd's? Yeah.
I don't remember.
I've heard of them before.
Wait. No, I think there is because I think if I remember correctly, they have a store in Palmer Square in Princeton.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I definitely heard of them.
I've walked by it a bunch of times.
Never been in.
So the New World, in the mid-1600s, coffee was brought to New Amsterdam, later called New York by the British.
Yeah.
Yep.
Though coffee houses rapidly began to appear, tea continued to be the favored drink in the New World until 1773, when the words, Cory, words.
Sound it out, bud.
When the colonists revolted against a heavy tax on tea imposed by King George III.
Yes.
There's a whole soundtrack about it on Hamilton if you want to listen.
Yes.
And if you want to do a little more digging, tea wasn't the problem.
No. The revolt, known as the Boston Tea Party, would forever...
I didn't know that.
would forever change the American drinking preference to coffee. And as Thomas Jefferson once said, coffee, the favorite drink of the civilized world.
That's a lot coming from fucking Thomas Jefferson of all people talking about civilized.
Yes.
So plantations started popping up around the world.
Oof.
Dark times. Depends on the plantation.
Especially in the southern United States.
Yeah, no, they all
the plantations
they were all
bad.
The only plantation that was good was Haiti after they had the revolution.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, but as demand for the beverage continued to spread, there was a fierce competition to cultivate coffee outside of Arabia.
Right.
Yeah. The Dutch finally got seedlings in the later half of the 17th century. Their first attempts to plant them in India failed, but they were successful with their efforts in Batavia? Batavia? On the island of Java.
Okay, that region of the world. Okay.
The island of Java, which is now Indonesia.
Yes.
Oh.
The plants thrived, and soon the Dutch had a productive and growing trade in coffee. Have you ever had Dutch Bros coffee?
No, but I just realized I guess that's where the term Java comes from.
I agree.
There you go. Learn something every day.
It is the point of this podcast.
Yes.
They then
Especially the point of this after show.
Yeah,
That's true.
They then expanded the cultivation of coffee trees to the islands of Sumatra.
Oh, okay.
And Celebibs? Celebibibs?
What about that island of Frappuccino?
I just see a mocha frappuccino.
Oh.
Yeah.
So close.
But how about that? Sumatra.
Yeah, it's fun too.
Yeah.
Another one.
Not a huge Sumatra fan, though.
So is Brazil a place where they grow? Is that like a real place? Because I've heard of Brazilian roasts.
Well, I think so.
It's probably something that, at least if he's not mentioning it here, it's probably something that the Dutch didn't plant.
Oh. Maybe the Portuguese.
I think I'm going to get into that, though, in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh. So, coming to the Americas
Stop
now.
asking questions.
I'm sorry.
In 1714, the mayor of Amsterdam
Words are really fucking your day.
They're really hard today.
Yeah.
In 17
I'm sorry, continue.
I haven't had coffee. I haven't had coffee in a couple weeks.
Holy shit,
Why?
really?
My acid reflux got really bad.
Oh.
Didn't you get a cold beer maker?
I did, but I just been. In 1714, the mayor of Amsterdam presented a gift of a young coffee plant to King Louis the...
How many? What are the...
XIV 10th?
No.
14th.
14th?
No, 14th, yeah.
Yeah, King Louis the 14th of France. The king ordered it to be planted in the Royal Botanical Garden in Paris. In 1723, a young naval officer, Gabriel de Clé, obtained a seedling from the
That was a great pronunciation.
I was right. De Clé
I don't know French, so yeah.
Yeah.
obtained a seedling from the king's plant. Despite a challenging voyage, complete with horrendous weather, a saboteur who tried to destroy the seedling, and a pirate attack, he managed to transport it safely to Martinique.
Where's that?
I don't know.
I think like down by the Bahamas.
That would make sense.
Once planted, the seedling not only thrived, but it's credited with the spread of over 18 million coffee trees on the island of Martinique in the next 50 years.
Wow.
Interesting.
Even more incredible is that the seedling was the parent of all coffee trees throughout the Caribbean, South and Central America.
Wow.
The famed Brazilian coffee
Oh.
owes its existence to Francisco de Melo Palata.
So Brazil is a real place.
Yes.
Okay.
Who was
It's always been a real place.
What?
who was
Brazil, wait, Brazil's real? Always has been.
who was sent by the emperor to French Guinea?
Guyana?
No, it's Guinea. Guyana?
Yeah.
Guyana?
French Guyana.
I've
To get coffee
I've always pronounced it
seedlings.
Guinea.
Oh.
The French were not willing to share.
Fucking
No,
French.
no shock there.
Yeah,
But
right.
the French governor's wife, captivated by his good looks, gave him a large gave him a large bouquet of flowers before he left. Buried inside were enough coffee seeds to begin what is today a $1 billion industry.
I feel like I could have started a war.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here's my last little missionaries and travelers, traders, and colonists continue to carry coffee seeds to new lands, and coffee trees were planted worldwide. Plantations were established in magnificent tropical forests and on rugged mountain highlands. Some crops flourished, while others were short-lived. New nations were established on coffee economies alone.
Wow.
Fortunes were made and lost. By the end of the 18th century, coffee had become one of the world's most profitable export crops. After crude oil, coffee is the most sought commodity in the world.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's coffee.
Fascinating.
That's
That
how
is
we got it.
That is fascinating.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
And as Thomas Jefferson once said, coffee, the favorite drink of the civilized world. If you take anything away from today's lesson,
It's
that Thomas Jefferson thought that coffee was the favorite drink of the civilized world.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Ethiopia started it all.
Wow.
Do you remember?
Go
do you
ahead.
remember what their national drink was?
Of what, Ethiopia?
Yeah.
Did we go over this?
Probably
did.
coffee.
No, it was a mead derivative.
Killed you?
Killed you?
No, that was the Finnish sugar wine.
Oh, right.
It's like that mead with that plant in it.
Oh, yeah. This was your second question?
Maybe
Second, third?
third, maybe.
No, it was one of those. It was either the second or the third.
Yeah.
Because I remember the one with Killed You was the
first one.
The first one, yeah.
Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the coffee facts. I appreciate that.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very interesting.
Glad to know Java.
Yeah.
Glad to know Java's a real place. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
I like how you believe that Java's a real place right off the bat, but you still think Brazil's a
I'm
conspiracy
still not
theory.
convinced Brazil's real.
Well, buddy, you might have a new conspiracy theory.
Brazil's fake.
So,
Oh.
cool.
Yeah.
Wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, listeners.
If you like this after show, well then guess what? I still have 2 more. So,
And we got to figure something out.
Yeah.
and then maybe take
I've
a
got-
break from the after shows.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to just cycle back, I got a couple in the works.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thanks for listening. This has been After Show
13.
Nice.
After Show 13.
All about coffee.
Yeah.
With your dumb trivia hosts.
We're dumb trivia hosts. Cory.
I'm Christian.
And Andres.
And we'll see you next week for episode. Well, actually,
episode 20.
No.
Hopefully we're renewed for 21.
Yeah, actually,
this is right.
that's true.
This could be it. This could be it, guys. Last time you hear a voice.
Yeah, we have.
Did you figure out that contract extension?
Dude, it's in English. I'm having a hard time reading it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem.
Well, we've seen how Cory handles English.
Thanks for listening.
That's only if he's reading while he's talking.
So if you want to hear more random bullshit from any of us, you can follow Dumb Trivia on Instagram.
Yes.
At Dumb Trivia. Dumb Trivia on Facebook.
Yeah.
At Dumb Trivia. Dumb Trivia on Twitter. At Dumb Trivia Pod.
Yeah.
Dumb Trivia Pod. Christian on Instagram at Crimbus Rimbus. Christian on Twitter at Crimbus Rimbus.
You know, this was my fucking after show, and you're just plugging your shit first.
No. He plugged the show first. He plugged the show first.
No, that's fine. But then you personally.
I'm sorry, start from the beginning then.
No, I don't want to anymore.
Start over. I'm not going any further, so you start over.
Do not follow Christian. Follow Andres at There's No Way This Apple Lasts. And you know what? I'll be humble. You can follow me too. At CoryW099. Fuck you, Christian.
Well,
this has been fun.
Where can we find the podcast tags? Apparently that didn't count.
No, you already said it.
No, I didn't. I'm not allowed to say it.
He plugged the socials for the podcast. He did not say where we can download and listen to the podcast.
You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Christian.
Where else?
Spotify.
And
everywhere else you find podcasts, except for Pandora, because fuck you, Pandora.
I want to listen to a radio based around songs, not the actual songs I want. Oh, this song sucks. This song sucks. What do you mean I can't skip any more songs?
Please listen to the following 2-minute and 30-second ad in order to get unlimited skips.
Me undies. You know when your balls are chafing and your booty's aching.
Don't give them any plugs.
Well, no, I was Pandora.
They don't sponsor us. I'm angry. Hey guys, well, hopefully see you next week if we get renewed. Love you all.
Yeah,
all right,
Christian, sign that contract extension.
We done?
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, listeners.
Yeah. Roll the outro.
It's Dumb Trivia, where the questions are dumb and the hosts are dumber. It's Dumb Trivia. You'll probably learn a lot of things you didn't want to discover. You don't win anything, but that's alright. You can look down on your buddies with your bragging rights. Hang with Cory, Andres, and Christian too. They're best friends, now they're friends with you. Knowing nothing is the only criteria. Come on, it's Dumb Trivia.